It's the OCGFAM show. We're talking about water. Let's get into it. Hey there. Hey there, Bob from Oregon's Constant Gardener. Welcome to the OCGFAM show to you, my YouTube buddies. What's going on? How you doing out there? It's nice to be back again. What do you got going on? Let me know in the comments. So, let's just dig right in. pH is critical. It's here on the sheet. It's one of the first notes, and the reason for that is we all know, if we've been watching the show for a while, calcium baseline. You need to be in that 6.3, 6.8 range to make the calcium work, but a lot of times, maybe not a lot of times, sometimes you see that drifting. And we found, what we've been working on, is that a lot of times that's because of what's going on with your water. And watch this clip.
pH is critical, meaning you can't feed a plant with a 5.7 pH and have the calcium load nutrition being what you're feeding your plant. So pH is critical. However, the biggest problem with most people right now in our industry or with our product line is if they're in a place where they're using reverse osmosis, they're using distilled water, they're using some form of broken water, everything looks great through the vegetation period because their soil's still built, still has the calcium in it, still has oyster shell, still has calcium or whatever, carbonate.
Yeah.
But then they go into bloom, their RO water has depleted all of that calcium out of their potting soil, and then in turn, they start to slowly drift into the lower pH. Then everybody has that problem and they blame, well, the nutrition's giving me this issue, the soil's giving me this issue. Everybody wants to blame one of these things when all reality is because we've stripped all the calcium carbonate out of our mixes. No matter what we're using, whether it's one shot to the basic 4 nutrition, if your water is stripping calcium from your potting soil, you're going to be acidic by the time you get into the bloom stage. And if you're acidic going into the bloom stage, then you're spending weeks trying to get yourself back together or a high enough pH for the plants to eat. And if you're doing that, you're not buffering the soil back up because you're either overshooting your pH to try to correct the soil pH, so now your food's not available, or you're feeding it what the plants can eat, but your soil's not buffering, so the pH is going to continue to die. So, to me, like the very first, like if we're going to start all over on how Nectar works, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, we're going to start off with, what's your water source?
Okay, so what water are you using? Good question. In the comments. What water are y'all working with? The OCGFAM show. It's pretty good. It happens every day. It's the OCGFAM show. See you tomorrow. We'll talk about water. It's going to be fun.